Hi everyone. So I'm here to do a building community discussion with the beautiful Angie. And
Hello.
so I've been working with Angie just recently, like personally one-on-one, and she's been such a joy to be around. And ever since I met her, I feel she's so her energy is just wonderful, and I love being around you, Angie.
Oh,
And we met through our Healing Hearts group.
mhm.
And after that, I started following Angie because like I said, like I love her energy, and she's somebody that I kind of look up to. I admire you so much.
Aw.
And that's how she introduced me to her group, the Dragon Ceremony, which are so potent and full of magic. Like the dragons are such a beautiful part of your world, and you provide that beautiful essence into everything you create, and it's just been wonderful um, watching your magic and feeling your medicine. And today we want to speak about something that Angie kind of brought up in a post that she wrote about giving. And I felt that that was such a powerful thing she spoke about because it's everywhere. Our Mother Nature is always giving to us,
Mhm.
and the elements and the dragons and everything around us is it's giving to us. And there's the magic of when you give back to the earth, or you give to somebody, you heartedly give. And I feel it's beautiful. And I'm gonna let you speak, Angie. What is your perspective on giving and your experience in giving?
So I really enjoy sharing. I will go back into as just my inner child, just being a little girl and having two sandwiches or, a sandwich cut in half and always sharing. It always made me feel good. And I always enjoyed knowing that somebody else enjoyed the same things I had if they didn't have something. Um, but ultimately, my goal purposefully is to share and share the art of sharing so that maybe our communities can start to do a share trade and our world will be based off of sharing the love. Because, like you said, when we give back, when we give, we are always given back. Just like my beautiful plant over here. I know you can't really see it very well, but it's it gave me beautiful fruits. I gave it a new pot and it gave me beautiful new fruits. So that's just an example of the mother nature returning back to me.
Right.
um, I feel that some people may have a hard time sharing, and that's why I've spoke in my post about creating something. So it doesn't have to be something of yours that you want to give. It could be something that you create.
Hmm.
You can make brownies. That's kind of why I made the post, was because I was in a car accident very recently, and this very lovely friend of mine gifted me beautiful brownies. And I don't know why, but in that moment, I felt so full, so healed, and so loved just by the love that she put into the brownies, that I feel that to encourage others to do that. It could be helping someone, cut grass, or it could be just giving your time or sharing your gifts. Sharing any of your gifts is ultimately going to expand that heart space. And the more expansion we have in our field from each other, I feel like it gives permission for others to start stepping into the share, to the give, to the allow, to the expansion.
Hmm. That's
Yes.
beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
And yeah, like even like you were going through a hard time, and somebody saw that, and they with their heart, they full-heartedly felt that this brownie, it's gonna assist, like, they don't even know, but they felt like, I want to give this to Angie, and brownies are sweet, and so I could see how impactful that was, even like even through something like stressful like that, like the giving, the sweetness, it's just there's so many layers to that,
Yes.
and yeah, when you give and you receive, it helps release dopamine and all the good feelings in your brain, the chemicals,
Mm-hmm.
and what we're working on this earth is, to regulate our nervous system,
Mm-hmm.
and by giving, it helps so much, like those aspects of our soul, our body, physically and spiritually and emotionally. You're receiving, and that makes you want to give as well, and like you said, it brings communities together
Mm-hmm.
because you're showing a part that's something sometimes forgotten through this earth, all the stress and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you're bringing something to light, and you're showing the simplicity of it, and that
It's
is
very simple.
yeah.
Yes.
And that speaks mountains, that goes beyond, like creates ripples of joy and love into the universe,
Mm-hmm.
and so in your current life, you've had this experience, and that's what impacted you. So now that you know what you want to help assist and bring to light, which is giving.
Mm-hmm.
mm, how do you feel like in your communities? How has that impacted you?
Well, it just so happens that I got put into a position where I could kind of give somebody else something, and I witnessed that they started a train of giving,
Mm,
and then to another person. And so I'm seeing that because I gave a dress. It was a beautiful dress.
mm,
And she was so excited, and she really, I witnessed this woman very excited about this.
mm,
And then she fulfilled moving into, oh, well, I want to give something. And that moved into, now there's people, showing up in her friends circles that are doing this.
mm.
And so I do see that it does do a beautiful, domino effect of giving. um I just sometimes wonder if people have a hard time feeling safe receiving.
Yeah.
After giving, sometimes it's hard to receive. So that is something that I'm working on. And so through more giving, it's easier to receive.
Yeah, it's like
Um,
fight fire with fire.
yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah,
No, I understand.
it's all around abundance, Myra.
Yeah.
I see it. I see it in the community.
Yeah. So it's like really pushing yourself and really like seeing the impact. So, and
Yes.
I've had my things like that too. Maybe it's a Capricorn thing,
Oh,
that.
yes. Yes. Maybe it
But
is.
yeah, when I saw you, I was like, man, maybe I should give something to someone, like. But I reflected on that too, and I'm like, me feeling like that, but I had to reflect, like you give too, like you give through the your videos that you create, your light codes, your light language. That is like what I'm giving to the earth, to the
Yes, you are.
people,
Hmm.
and to the earth too, like I started giving to the Mother Earth, to the water, and it was just a natural thing that came, like, for me, and I never really saw it, but once I started like giving love to the water, and
Hmm.
I started seeing how she gave something back to me, to the wind, like, thanking the wind, and it returns, like the love returns, it comes back, and that's the abundance that you speak of.
Yes.
So I feel like it's easier to give to, like, the elements and things like that than to a person, like personally. because you don't know how the person's gonna react, like you said,
Absolutely.
like it's
Hmm.
difficult. But watching you like and explaining it, like it makes me want to like give something to somebody, like a person, something personal to like somebody that I know that will enjoy it or receive it,
Yes.
and stop being fearful of how they're gonna react.
Yes.
Mm,
Yes.
so let me see. So I feel like the importance of acknowledging that and kind of pushing ourselves to doing something that we're uncomfortable with, you
Yeah.
know. And like I said, it releases the dopamine and serotonin. And some community. What else do you feel like it's important to the aspect of giving?
Um, what do I feel is an important aspect of giving?
Because I think it's also like a powerful frequency, you know.
I believe that, Myra, one of the misunderstandings of giving is that the expectation of another. So
Mm,
I believe that giving freely with zero attachment.
mm,
So that's very important to give without attachments,
right.
without expectation of even a thank you. You need
Mm,
to give without expectation and attachment.
mm, yeah,
That is, I think, important to really understand and give freely. And I don't know if giving freely, if understanding what that really truly means, and that really means, to give to somebody without expectation of anything back.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's like giving yourself a minute, like and really feeling into it, like because for me,
Altruism is the word that just came in for
mm,
us right now, is to, you know, if it's something that you can, if it's something that's powerful in your soul, okay, ask yourself, am I doing this with attachment or not?
yeah,
And then, and to the right, giving to the right vibration. Okay, I don't want to
mm-hmm,
say the right person, because that's not ultimately, if you're giving something, you're not judging them, but is it the right vibration? Is this brownie? Can they have the brownie, for example? So is it a give to the correct
mm,
vibration? Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That got me thinking of a time where I had bought in a Super 7 crystal.
Oh, I love those. Are so lovely. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
and I really wanted it, so I was like, "Oh my God, I found it!" And I got it. But then I was walking like it was in downtown Los Angeles, and I was walking, and some guy was doing tarot reading, and he did a reading for my friend, and something told me just give it to him. Even though I really wanted it for myself,
Yes.
I just felt like this intensity from my heart that, oh my God, I really want him to have it,
Hmm.
and I'm like, here, I want to give you this. and and it's that
I bet
simple.
the heart went.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so simple at that moment, like you feel when you want to give something to somebody.
Hmm.
And I think it's like you could practice like how I said to the earth, giving love to the earth, giving like gratitude,
Yes.
giving gratitude, that's a gift.
Yes.
And what's it called? I took notes and I also saw altruism triggers the release of dopamine. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean, let me take notes just in case. But
Take notes. Yeah.
and it is beyond material exchange because it's a heart-based thing and our hearts are,
Yes.
are, are powerful. Our hearts
Yes.
open portals, you know, and if anyone that's working through communities or working through wanting to connect with others, also feel how you could from your heart give, give to your community love. Sometimes we don't have the means, the material things to give to one another, but even the compliment, acknowledge, I appreciate what you're doing, that's giving too.
Yes.
So, and the plants, you see the plants, they reward Angie with like their little sprouts. So,
I I um I feel that my so just to share, I do feel that when you give to the earth, to your plants, to your animals, you can see that giving in the community. And it may not be you giving to someone else, but you will witness in your field and in your community others being kind to others.
mhm.
So you giving to the earth, you will see kindness in others giving to others.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yes. Yes.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Mm, I love that. And
Mm.
and I feel like let's get it. Yeah, that feels really like powerful. I'm like I have no words. But
There
yeah,
doesn't have to be any words.
yeah, I know.
Mhm.
So I want you guys watching this to reflect on how you're giving. Because I do feel like you guys, everyone's giving in a way, but really tune into it, and allow it to feel that manifestation of giving. And how Angie said, when you give to something like nature, it actually creates a ripple around your field, and
Mhm.
it impacts everything around you. So just reflect on what have you given lately, recently, and how that impact has like affected your environment. And I do feel like when everyone works together in that way, we're helping raise the frequency,
Mhm.
and we're all walking towards love and through love, and like sometimes it's silence, like it just I'm feeling like even silence is giving, and it just feels really wonderful. And you recently also gave to the water
I
from
did. I
and
did.
it's such a I don't know if I could talk about it if you're okay with
Sure. You
it.
sure. Sure, you can talk about it.
So I was dreaming of collecting fluorite. I was grabbing like into
Absolutely.
the water, like the beach, the ocean, and I was bringing up like little cubes of fluorite. And I opened my Facebook, and Angie had a picture of fluorite, and she had the ocean behind her, and I was like, what is going on? Because even when I woke up, I knew somebody was there, and I was like, was that Angie? But I didn't think much of it because
Uh-huh.
it was like very, very faint, but I was like, was that
Yeah.
Angie? But when I saw your post, I was like, oh my God. So it's like, and I feel like we're giving together, you were giving, and I was also giving, and we're both sharing this experience. You're sharing it in the physical, and I was sharing it in the astral.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
Connecting to the elements while sharing and giving is that definitely that ripple effect in our field, Myra.
mhm.
And I love to give to the water and speak with her to her day,
Yeah.
all the fish and wildlife and the birds. And it's just, they witness, bees witnessed. And they carry that down, so that was the Columbia River, and they carried the to the ocean down to LA, you
Mm.
know
Yeah.
so that's just I just it is beautiful. I love to give to the water.
Yeah.
And maybe you would like to share. I just enjoy singing and offering little wood. I like to put light language on wood, and I'll float it in the water, a rock or something, but how do you like to give to the water?
So my recent connection with the water is I went to the beach. It was on the 7-7 portal.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So so my
Mm-hmm.
like she I build a relationship with the water,
Hmm.
and she tells me, hey, come, she kind of signals for me, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I gotta like make space because it was a random last minute. I was like, I need to connect with her, I wanna there's something there that we're working through. And I grabbed roses from my garden and the hibiscus and rosemary, because those are the three plants that I'm deeply connected to. Like the rose represents my family compassion lineage,
Mm.
and the hibiscus is my Andromedan lineage.
Yes.
And the rosemary has been such a medicinal energy that it comes through even when I'm doing healing sessions. It automatically knows that it wants to assist. So just intuitively grabbing them and going to the beach, I create a little grid with the roses, and I chant, and I do everything intentionally, and I do sing to the ocean, to her, to it, like you said, like the consciousness.
Yes.
And I feel her, and I hear her through the waves. And it's just like I'm in like a zone. I'm in my own element. I took
Mm-hmm.
everyone out. I don't care who's walking by,
Mm-hmm.
but it becomes this like kind of a trance. It's just like us, and I'm just like giving to her, and she's giving to me. It's an exchange. And towards the end, I give my plants to her.
Mm-hmm.
I go like knee deep in the water. And at that time I was in my cycle too. So, it was all like a connection to the mother,
Deep
to the
connection. Yeah.
ancestors and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
then once I give her these flowers, I feel like the ripples, and it reaches all of the consciousness,
Yes,
because
it does.
the earth is the consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yes.
that's my way of connecting and giving, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, but I
That
do
is
want to give to
beautiful.
a person.
Oh
I
yes.
make it like my goal.
You have, can I just share this that you have shared with me your
Mhm.
rosemary magic. And let me just say that gives to me every time I spray her,
Mhm.
and the protection and the love and protection of my space. And it's very, very, very ancestral.
Mm.
And I get into the chanting with her, and I love her. So you
I
have given to me, my friend.
Thank you.
And, I feel that deeply.
Mm. Thank you.
Hmm.
I appreciate you.
Yes, I appreciate you.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. But it's so important to tune into that too. Sometimes we don't realize what, like you said, like how my spray impacted you, and
Yeah.
I don't reflect on it, but you saying it is like, oh, you're right. You're very correct.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it is a magical like impact that we're doing. And like I said, we're moving forward to create beautiful communities and impact other people too. It's like, what's that word? Leading by example,
Yes.
and it's so important. And then I think it's so important to even share every little detail that we go through, and because, I
Transparency.
yeah,
Yes.
and just not being so shy, or feeling embarrassed to say, like they talk to the water,
Well, we
they
are human. We're having a human experience,
yeah.
and that is emotional and connection, and we are seeking kindness. And
Mhm.
I feel like as children, we love to give and share. So
Hmm.
maybe we just forgot. So we're going to bring that back.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Yeah, it's very true. And I've been like tuning more to my
Yes,
childlike
me too
wonder.
lately.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And I feel it is like a collective thing that we're all feeling that how powerful being a child is. And it doesn't mean that a child as immature, it just means that the way to expand is being back into this childlike innocence that
Hmm.
a child could just la 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 la, like they say everything they have imaginary friends and
Yes. Yes. They
and
play
they
in the
play and
dirt.
yeah,
Hmm.
so that's
Fun.
yeah, fun, joy, and
Joy. Hmm.
everything like that. So I think we're going back to that, but as these evolved vessels. So it's it's so beautiful. And I have my 10-minute mark here
Okay.
telling me.
Okay. All right.
So if you would like to share like if you want to share your social media or where people could reach you or start following you and start feeling your beautiful frequency or even like the dragon ceremony.
Yes. Well, I just recently started my TikTok back up. So I'm hoping to put more energy into that and creating the channeling and, you know, coding that I wish to bring forward. So TikTok, and I'm Cosmic Dragon Architect on TikTok. And then of course I'm Angie Sellers on Facebook. And that's all right now. But in my community, people know where to find me.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I feel like that's it. And of course you can find me through Myra.
Thank you. I
Yes.
appreciate you. Love you. And
Love
thank you
you.
everybody for watching. And I encourage you guys to reflect on that, where you have given something or, just focus on that. Like make it a conscious like thought, like how can I give to myself first, like
Also, yes.
and then
And also.
yeah, because you're giving to
Mhm.
yourself and it like creates a ripple too.
Yes, it
So
does.
so have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye.
Bye.